Oh, that's right. I am a weatherman, chat. Weather warfare is over. It's victory day. Oh, the forecast fighting has come to a conclusion, and Susan paid me my motherfucking money. And then she remonetized the goddamn channel. Because you can't fuck with a forecast. I'm just a humble man trying to tell you about what's over the horizon. Trying to save you some trouble. And try to shut me down, but I clawed my way back. I'm like a disgusting infection that the antibiotics just can't get rid of. And here I am, festering once again on this beautiful website known as YouTube. The land of I was going to say 1,000 laughs, but there are no laughs left anymore. If you've been keeping up with the forecast, have a general idea of the direction the site's headed. But this is a secret weather stream, not really advertised anywhere. I just felt like doing it because it's cold outside and I'm bored. And if I get my ass kicked in Halo Reach one more time on PC, I'm probably gonna scream. Just start fucking yelling, and there's just gonna be no end to it. It's a very embarrassing situation, but there's not a lot I can do about it. How have you been? How have you all been weathering the changes that are currently taking place on YouTube.com? Lots of crazy shit going on. You see, iDubbbz had videos pulled down. Filthy Frank had videos pulled down. Psychic Pebbles, Pixie Pebbles, I don't fucking know. They had shit pulled down. People just getting videos yanked left and right now. Not even really related to the COPA stuff or even the terms of service changes that are coming up. Instead, what's happening? Creator on creator harassment is now a thing. And if you go to read the terms of service, and I swear to God to you, chat, I'm not making this up, there's a quota now. If you talk about somebody too much in video form on YouTube, you're banned. If you laugh at idiots too hard on YouTube, it's lights out. You're done. You're gone. Get the fuck out of town. Nobody wants you around here no more. Now, I don't know what that magical number is. Nobody's told me. I'm completely unaware of what it might be. Is it 1 video, 2 videos, 3 videos, 4? With the Tales of Trout series I did, 4 videos on Kraut and Tea, would that be too many? What about the people that dedicate themselves to Onision? Well, they're fucked. You have 10 to 20 videos on him, you're probably going to fall within the realm of getting spanked on your ass for being a naughty little boy. Oh, so naughty. What are you doing? Times are a-changing. They need to rename the website, I think. It used to be YouTube. I mean, you put the U in YouTube. That's not the case anymore. There is no you anymore. It's them. And when I say them, I mean the corporate overlords that are trying to take over. They want YouTube to be a place to put late night clips and Disney commercials, and that's about it. Oh, and of course they're fake viral stars, people who have channels that start up with 2 million subs and nobody knows who the fuck they are or where they came from. Because that can be controlled. Image and PR around that can be managed. But you dirty plebeians, oh, you filthy, filthy commoners. Don't you dare start a channel and try to create something or be funny or be entertaining. You're going to be washed away. We all are. Unless, of course, you do weather reports, because I found the one solution. It's just talking about the weather. If you talk about the weather, you're fine. If you talk about anything else, oh, you're so fucked. You know, when I look at my list of the people I'm subscribed to on YouTube, it's a pretty lengthy one. I'm worried for about half of them because I don't imagine that they're going to last very long. You know, I watch a lot of different people that review games like Civi or, Arlo. It's a little blue puppet that talks about Nintendo. Of course it's a grown man using a blue puppet to talk about Nintendo. Why wouldn't it be? Let's not kid ourselves. If you own Nintendo products, you're a dork. We all are. It's a grown man with a puppet that reviews Nintendo products. So what's going to happen to Arlo? I mean, is that kids' entertainment? Is that directed at kids? What is he supposed to choose if he tries to run an ad on his channel? Or do a live stream? Or do some kind of coverage when a Nintendo Direct comes up? Oh, it's going to suck. All the stuff I like. comic books, video games, lore videos related to Warhammer or board games or other things. Tons and tons of channels are all up on the chopping block, and that's just related to COPA. That's the FTC, the guys that went live and said, hey, YouTube is the barrel and the content creators are the fish. They're looking to gun you down. And a $42,000 fine? That's life-changing. I mean, let's not kid ourselves here. There aren't very many millionaires sitting up at midnight watching a blue puppet talk about Nintendo or listening to a weather guy do a live stream. Mostly your average Joes. Maybe you got off work or off of school or whatever, but you probably don't have $42,000 sitting around to deal with a fine from the FTC that you can't possibly. You're going to spend $40,000 just to fight the $40,000 fine? Best of luck. Oh, we're all fucked in that regard. But that's just when it comes to revenue and advertisements. No, it's this harassment campaign stuff. This creator-on-creator violence that everybody needs to be worried about. All the good, old, funny videos are getting taken down. You look at stuff like iDubbbz getting yanked and Filthy Frank getting yanked and Psychic Pebbles or whatever getting yanked, and many, many other people all getting hit and having videos taken down because it violates this new policy. And it makes me really uneasy about who's going to be next. I mean, are they going to say internet historian is too much next? Are they going to say Frederick Knutson? Well, we can't have that down the rabbit hole. That's just too harassing. Just doing a basic documentary summary, is that going to be too much? What's going to be left on this dead, dying, decaying platform? I can't figure it out. But it's not going to be entertaining. Nobody's going to be able to do video game videos because they're going to get sued by the fucking FTC. Not going to be able to make a joke about somebody based on really any criteria that would be funny because you're going to get yanked by the new policy. A policy which I'm almost 100% certain is in part due to the Vox reporter, Mazza or whatever his name is, and his slap fight with Steven Crowder. Because it was right after that Susan, the woman who wouldn't pay me my fucking money, right after that all of a sudden these changes started coming up. So now we're going into 2020, a brave new era. And that YouTube Rewind from 2019, the most low-effort shit they've ever put together, which was just a recap of videos people liked, that's probably the last recap of videos that people actually like you're ever going to see, because the content going forward isn't going to be really that great to begin with, as they just destroy everything. And I think the thing that sucks the most isn't just that creators are going to be prevented from doing funny or interesting things going forward. It's going to be the loss of everything that was funny that came before. Think of all the videos you grew up with watching on this stupid fucking website. Maybe they're 10 years old. Some YouTube poop shit that's going to be wiped away because it violates some policy that offends somebody because they want to make a nickel more on their advertising with Disney or whoever. That's the shit that's coming down the pipeline. And doing these weather forecasts has really highlighted that. It's highlighted the ineptitude of Alphabet, Google, and YouTube. This trifecta, this trinity of fuck-ups when it comes to corporate culture. So I thought we'd have a nice little chat talking about that and just shooting the shit. Because again, it's cold outside and it's late at night and I just can't handle getting destroyed in Reach at the moment. I need a breather. I need a little bit of time to calm down. So how have things been treating you, chat? How is it out there in the land of YouTube? What atrocities have you personally witnessed at the hands of Susan and her goons as they purge channels and content that you like and the things that you enjoy? What's been massacred? Let's see. Alex Laird. So does this actually make them money in the long run? How will they make money if no one's using their shit website? Well, that's a great question, but this website never made money in the first place. So it's not really about making money or not making money. It's probably about appealing to partners they can use in ventures off-site. So not so much about YouTube, but what kind of a business relationship can Google or Alphabet have going forward with other major corporations by giving them a leg up here? I mean, who knows? Maybe Google envisions itself as internet cable, and maybe they want to transition YouTube into that format. And the best way to do it is to get rid of any content creator they deem problematic and make way for the ABCs and the NBCs and the Foxes and the CNNs. I mean, we've seen that with search results. That's one of the first things that's popped up. When you look at a search result, when you go looking for some kind of a funny video, it's not there anymore. You can search specifically by title and creator, and if they deem it to be a problem, it won't show up. You have to tinker with search parameters just to get it to show up, or you have to search off of YouTube itself through something like Bing or Yahoo or Google just to find it and link back to YouTube. Now, this is all part. Yeah, I did a video 3 or 4 years ago talking about the direction I saw it going and the sanitization of the internet for the purpose of businesses, of making money, of running things a certain way. And we're really seeing that play out pretty hardcore right now. I mean, that is something that's just getting shoved straight up our ass. Of course, we're all smiling about it. But as for how they're going to make money off of this or what their game plan is, I don't know. Maybe it's going to be an internet TV. Maybe that's what YouTube is going to turn into. How horrible is that? You know, I haven't owned cable for half a decade, over half a decade. I never saw a point in it. There's no reason to have it. You know why? Because I could go on YouTube and watch whatever the fuck I want. And after doing that for a while, you know, it's almost weird kind of the baby steps you find yourself taking when you get into video content online. It starts with, oh, hey, shit, I want to watch a clip of a show or a movie. Oh, I can go on this platform and watch it. And then after you get comfortable doing that, you start spending more time there rather than watching television. And the next thing you know, there are just average people making their own videos. And you find out they're more entertaining than the shit Hollywood produces. And there goes your cable subscription. So maybe all these television companies and movie studios have noticed this trend and have decided, hey, YouTube's the biggest. Let's see if we can work on some kind of a coordinated attack. Even though we have our own streaming sites, let's work on something just to get rid of all the users and just make it so the big names are there. And you can see that favoritism play itself out. Look at the Young Turks, Senkyuger and the others. If you look up compilations from the election in 2016, there used to be a ton of them making fun of Hillary supporters and news media personalities freaking out about Trump winning. If you search for those now, instead you'll get clips from CNN, MSNBC, and the Young Turks. And the Young Turks are on there because they have an exclusivity deal signed with YouTube. They weaseled themselves in. Now, of course, what was it? Senk is running for political office. That should be entertaining. If he runs for office like he reads off a teleprompter, best of fucking luck, because he's going to need it. Sorry, chat. Slow down for a bit there. Let me see if I pull this up. I've got a lot of shit popping up. I'm trying to keep up. But no, I don't see it as being a positive outcome for the things that are coming down the pipeline. You know, one strange thing that I observed when I was doing the forecast, talking about Google and YouTube and how they fuck up everything they touch, was an interaction between a content creator and somebody that works for YouTube. So this guy had his channel hacked. It was taken over. He lost complete access to it. Somebody took it, removed his videos, and started shilling Bitcoin. Now, they had a special wallet listed and said if you donate, you'll be entered into a prize drawing to get something. Now, the funny thing about this is, for a week, this guy tried his damnedest to get YouTube to do something. Hey, they took over my channel. Hey, I can confirm this if you call me on the number listed on my Gmail account. Check my IP address. I can tell you who my contacts are in my email list. Nothing. No response. Because if you try to talk to YouTube Help, I don't know if you're aware of this, they're bots. So no response for a week. Eventually, a bunch of people start talking about it. People with millions of subscribers start talking about it. And the head of YouTube Gaming, the big honcho himself, intervenes and says, I'll fix your account. I will personally intervene and stop this from happening. And nothing happened. It took 6 days for the hacker to lose access to the account and the guy to get it back. And in that 2-week span of him not having control of his channel and that Bitcoin scam going on, they looked at the wallet for the donations for the prize drawing, and he said that people had basically got suckered out of $15,000. So even with somebody who works directly for the company promising you they themselves will get personally involved to take care of the issue, it still took a fucking week for the guy to get his channel back. And that's only because there was a shit ton of pressure on social media. They just don't care. This is not a money-making venture for them. And it's clear that they're trying to parlay this into something else, and I don't know what that something else is going to be. For a while, I thought it was going to be streaming. I thought they wanted to go head-to-head with Twitch. But I'm almost wondering if Mixer threw a wrench into that plan, because now you have all the big Twitch personalities going over to Mixer because nobody can fucking stand Twitch anymore. So if Mixer's going to get all the big names, what the fuck is YouTube going to do? Well, we've got to plan something else, apparently. Take a new approach on how to handle this. It's just kind of stunning, really. And this corporate culture of just stupidity is running rampant throughout the whole thing. I know when I say Alphabet, the parent company, let's be honest, Alphabet was spun off of Google to buy them a little breathing room. So, I mean, it's all the same goddamn thing. But when they launched Stadia, this was going to be their big foray, their entry into gaming. Now, you think if you're a major corporation and you're going to go head-to-head with other major corporations that have a foothold and a legacy in video games, sorry, that you would put a lot of effort into it. And what did they do? They did fucking nothing. They talked about this product for a month, and they made a bunch of promises, 4K streaming, no download times, no patch times, no update times, plug it in, play 4K, 60 frames per second. And the day of the launch comes, and half the packages don't get shipped to anybody. People that were supposed to get access codes to use the service didn't get any access codes. Games that people were told were going to be running at ultra, they were going to be the best of the best, 4K 60 frames per second, highest option settings. Complete lie. Games are running at 30 frames per second, looking at 720p, set at medium settings. It was a fucking catastrophe. And as people are trying to get a hold of a Google rep, again, an impossible feat, trying to get a hold of somebody to help them and figure out what the fuck is going on. The Twitter account for Stadia for Google itself is trying to be all hip-hop and shit and trying to steal like Wendy's thunder and be the cool fast food chain, but they're doing that for technology. So they're talking about yeets and skeets and shit. And their replies on social media is people are screaming because they've just spent $200 on a product that didn't arrive, didn't work, and didn't give them an access code. This company, I don't know how it manages. I really don't. It's like every venture they're involved in loses money, but they just continue on in perpetuity, not giving a shit. It's really kind of fascinating. I almost wonder if Stadia was intentionally done so badly so it could be like a tax write-off as a loss to somehow cover some other cost. I don't know. But Stadia was a shit show. An absolute fucking debacle. It wasn't even an original idea. OnLive did it years and years before. And I'm almost fairly certain OnLive did it better. I don't know if you had to pay a monthly fee. I mean, they want you to stream games, so you've got to pay a monthly fee, and then you've got to buy the games themselves. Well, why wouldn't you use Microsoft's xCloud and Game Pass? It costs you $5, you got access to 100 games. That's it. And OnLive, I think you just bought the games, but there was no subscription fee. It's a weird fucking thing. I don't understand the company. I don't understand why they do what they do. When I went through this whole demonetization thing, they sent me a letter or an email saying, your channel's demonetized because you're using reused content. At the time, I had no videos on my channel. So then they amended that and they said, oh no, what we really meant was you have no videos on your channel. Okay, well, I put some videos on there. But what happens to that money that you make? And this is where it gets really weird. And I don't take my word for it. Why believe me? Go look for yourself and you will notice what I'm talking about. If you go on to any of their support accounts on Twitter and look at the tweets and replies and the conversations they have when people bring up earnings, you'll find out they lie to people. They will tell some people you're going to get paid in 30 days. They'll tell other people you'll only get paid if you get remonetized. They'll tell other people you're not going to get paid. There's no standard answer for what they do with the money. There's no rhyme or reason for the criteria they put in place for people to get their money. I know one group, Revenge of the Sis, I think it is, has been waiting 6 months for money they're owed. Sinatra Says is another YouTuber who has like $2,000 or $3,000 he can't get access to because they don't want to pay him. And every time he asks a question, where's the fucking money? They're just like, they twiddle their thumbs and give him some new bullshit answer. Now, personally, I think they should take my approach and start forecasting things because apparently the weather guy is pretty hot shit on this website. I guess they got a thing. Maybe Al Roker posters are, plastered on the walls at Google HQ. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what it is that's so exciting about the fucking weatherman. He gets that shit done. Gets me my goddamn money, Susan. Remonetize. I had 3 things on my list. 1, get me my money. 2, remonetize my ass. Those are crossed off. Now that's all that's left on my bucket list. Is I want Susan to personally apologize to me. I don't know, chat. Do you think that's possible? Can I get Susan to personally apologize to me? Can I get Susan to say, I'm sorry, Jim, I fucked up? I know some of you would be skeptical and say that's not possible. And yet here we are with me being paid my goddamn money and being remonetized. I'm feeling like it's a good 30% chance it's a possibility. And what form of apology should I demand? Now, I know Susan loves herself some wine. So maybe I can get her to take a picture of her with her box wine hat on and a little sign held up that says, I'm so fucking sorry, Jim. I shouldn't have fucked with the weatherman, Jim. I didn't know I was bringing down the thunderclouds. Maybe, or should I make her write it out? Should it be a written apology? I never asked for that stupid subscriber button. Maybe I can contact YouTube and say, I want you to personally send out the subscriber button and have her send me a letter with it that says she fucked up and she's sorry. Somebody's saying 13% probability, that I'm gonna get that personalized apology. You might be right. It's a potential. Maybe I'm just getting a little too excited here. I'm all hopped up on soda pop. All hopped up on this soda pop. I don't know what I'm doing. But it leaves me with a question. What am I going to do with this channel? I mean, I can't put up funny stuff anymore. I think that's pretty much obvious. I don't think anybody's in doubt that there are going to be difficulties putting up funny videos. Because even if you try to sanitize it the most you can, there's a risk that there's a hammer going to drop on your head because you said something, no matter how innocuous it is, in a video form that they just don't want to allow. It seems like it's just a little too easy now to get taken out. Well, my plans going forward are to upload the spicy videos on BitChute, where they don't give a shit, like my most recent video I uploaded today that literally has flopping dicks just hanging around. If you want to see dudes with their dicks flapping in the wind, head on over to BitChute, I guess. Can't do that on YouTube. Too hot for YouTube. So what does that leave? What are you going to do? Well, it leaves a few possibilities, I guess. I could continue doing the forecast, but I've really gotten my demands, with the exception of that apology letter from Susan herself. Now, I've been reading a lot of manga. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to become a manga geek. I don't know how you'll all tolerate that as I talk about weeb shit, but that might be the direction this channel goes in between doing streams. So if you want the actual content, that'll be on BitChute. If you just want streams whenever they happen, which I don't know when they will, they'll be on YouTube until BitChute itself implements streaming. And then just a lot of weeb shit. I thought, do I want to do video games? Oh no, I don't want to do video games because I don't want to get sued by the FTC. Do I want to talk about television and movies? No, I don't want to do that either. I don't watch television, and I don't really want to go into the theater to watch movies. I'm one of those people that I just don't have the patience for it. It's what got me into manga in the first place. I got sick of the simulcast. It's that modern day attitude of needing everything instantly, instant gratification. It even goes down to how you consume your content at this point. I mean, how many times have you heard a movie's going to come out and you go and watch the trailer, and then the day the damn movie comes out, instead of going into the theater to watch it, you read the Wikipedia page and you just read the whole summary of the fucking movie in 2 minutes? How many times have you had an interest in a video game and instead of going and putting $60 down, you go watch some asshole review it on YouTube or somebody let's play it or stream it? We want to be able to just consume quickly. Even Netflix and all Hulu and all these different services, that's kind of the model it's built around. Why wait for an entire series or a season to be done? Why not just get it all immediately right away and you can skip through it? So there I am watching my anime because I'm a fucking dork and having to wait a week to watch the next episode. It drove me insane. I had to read something. So I just started reading the mangas and fucking flew through them. So maybe that's something I'll do. I don't know. But at least with the streaming situation taken care of, I can finally get back to planning that Alien stream with David Stay. I was really looking forward to that. And it was like every time the damn thing came up, something happened. First, it's Patreon getting taken down. And then once that's kind of stabilized and stuff is set up to be okay, what do you know? What happens next? Oh, well, Susan steps in and she takes my motherfucking money. It's just a little bad luck after a little bad luck after a little bad luck. What are you going to do? But now things have calmed down a bit, and David and I can talk about the aliens that live on the glass dome above the world or whatever. I think it's going to be fun. I like talking about crazy shit. I love ghost stuff and UFOs, so I think it'll be good, entertaining. It was kind of the spirit of the X-Files when I was doing those videos. It's kind of a something, at least, to look forward to. But as for YouTube, I don't have any hope for it. I just think they're going to push more and more people away. I know PewDiePie said he burnt out on doing it. I don't blame him. How many people have you watched that made really good shit that just don't do it anymore? And I think half the time they don't do it anymore is because they know that if they do, they're gone. How many accounts get taken down because somebody decides to step just a little bit over the line? And I'm not even talking about being mean and vindictive. I'm just talking about people being fucking funny. And God help you if you're into politics. Oh, you're fucked. These people do not want another 2016. So if you're doing political videos and podcasts, you got to be real fucking careful, because you are in their sights. They are coming for you. There's that video that got leaked, the internal video that Breitbart had and was sharing around with people of Google employees, and they had the CFO of the company. I can't remember her name exactly at the moment, but she's up on stage saying the wrong person won, crying about how the world was over, and then had the whole auditorium full of Google employees hug each other as they came up with a game plan to deal with the bad orange man. And their lack of vigilance and hubris at the thought that people that shitpost on the internet and make funny videos and do streams can't have any effect obviously still pains their ass to this day. And we're getting so close to election season proper, and I don't know. I mean, at the very least, there's stuff like DLive and BitChute, so you have some alternative to find it if you want political content, but I don't have a lot of hope that it's going to exist on YouTube. And even with the terms of service change, one of the craziest parts about it when they're talking about this harassment policy against creator versus creator, one of the more fucked up things about it, it specifically singles out public officials. So it's not even that you're making fun of another YouTuber and, I don't know, making your fourth Onision video. Now if you're making fun of Hillary Clinton or Tulsi Gabbard, you're well, maybe not Tulsi Gabbard because they all think she's a Russian. Let's say Joe Biden. Now you're in trouble. You've insulted a public official, and according to the new terms of service, that's not allowed. I mean, how many retroactive videos are going to get taken down just based off that alone? How many fat jokes or bad hair jokes or any kind of joke you can think about a politician, it's all going to get yanked. Everything's going to become so stale and sanitized and unfunny and unentertaining. We're going to be stuck watching a commercial on loop hosted by a fat woman, and if you say that she's fat in the comments, you're going to get banned. And they're going to take it a step further. I don't know how many people remember when Jordan Peterson had his stuff taken down. They took down his Gmail account too. He lost everything. And that's part of the new plan. If your YouTube account goes, they're going to yank that Gmail. That happened to Markiplier's viewers. He put up a poll on a live stream and asked people to vote with emojis. And if they put too many emojis in their response, which I think was more than two, their YouTube accounts were taken down and they lost access to Gmail. So for using a feature built into the platform on a basically family-friendly stream, saying nothing negative or offensive, merely using emojis, they lost their YouTube accounts and their Gmail accounts. And even Markiplier, who complained about it, I think that was another 2 or 3 weeks before people started having that fixed. Oh, it's dark days ahead. You know, it all started with what? I mean, it started with people like Jones. Everybody was like, oh, it's just going to be the kooks. They're only going to get rid of the kooks. Don't worry about it. Just the crazy people. Just the crazy extremists. I don't know. You tell me. Is iDubbbz a crazy extremist? Is Markiplier a crazy extremist? Is Filthy Frank a crazy extremist? Should their shit be getting taken down and their audiences being banned? That it doesn't make sense to me. And if they're willing to go after that, I don't know what the fuck is next. I mean, God save us if they take all the cat videos down. Maybe they'll find a reason to do it. Oh, too much animal abuse. Somebody call PETA, they're offended. We need to get rid of all these pet compilation videos. It's just lunacy. It's pure unfettered fucking lunacy. Somebody in chat said slippery slope. Not sure if they're referencing the video I did earlier or referencing the hard factual truth that we are a slipping and a sliding straight down a decline and we have no control or ability to stop anymore. Completely at the mercy of a company that just doesn't give a shit. And can I ask, where the fuck is Trump in all of this? Anybody else remember that? Didn't Trump say he was going to get together all those content creators? Remember? Was it Tim Pool and others? We're going to go to the White House. We're going to talk to Donald Trump. He's going to save us. You remember what Donald Trump did? He blew smoke up your ass. And now here we are, all getting fucked and deplatformed. Because he doesn't give a shit. Oh, the White House is going to come in and save us. Trust the plan. Trust the plan, everybody. Donald Trump cares about YouTube content creators. Oh, he doesn't give a fuck. The government's not going to step in and stop it. These companies are going to do whatever the fuck they want. Yes, let me monitor the situation. I'll sign something when I get to it. Maybe if you do a few cartwheels on the White House lawn, Tim Pool, I, Donald Trump, will protect your YouTube channel. Can you juggle? Can you juggle for me? It's the only way to save your YouTube channel. I've got the executive authority to save it. But only if you juggle for me. 9D chess. Oh yeah, we're in the ninth dimension, all right. The dimension of sad realities. That's what the ninth dimension's called. Holy shit. I'm trying to deal with the Patreon thing. By the way, for people that were curious what got me kicked off Patreon, it's a little video called How the Sausage is Made. Apparently people don't like it when you show them how the food is prepared. So since it's a secret weather stream, we've talked about Google and their colossal fuck-ups, and they'll continue to fuck up and make the platform worse as time goes on. I don't think we have any doubts about that, do we? So what are we going to talk about? Well, there's what's going on in Virginia. I think this is somewhat fascinating. I find it interesting, just given the proximity to the impeachment hearings that are happening up in D.C. It's just to the north. But you have 75 counties in Virginia out of 95, so a vast majority that are refusing, under the sheriff's authority, to confiscate guns or do red flag law checks. and are opposed to the Democratic legislation about new gun laws. And so, what is the Democratic response? What do the Democrats want to do when the sheriff says, we're not going to door knock people and take their fucking assault rifles? They say they're going to send in the fucking National Guard. So, the Dems in Virginia want to take the National Guard, and they're going to have to send a lot of them because it's 75 counties. So, it's like the majority of the fucking state. I looked up the number, there are only 7,300 of them. So, 7,300 spread out across 75 counties. You can do the math on that. Not a lot. And they're going to, I guess, enforce the law. And they're gonna grab you guns, and you can't do shit about it. Suicidal. Absolutely insanity. I don't understand why that would be suggested. I don't know why politicians would be telling people, we're going to send in the National Guard to take your shit. Seems like a bad idea. Sheriffs openly opposing it. I don't know. It just feels like every day we get closer to more and more insane shit happening. And I'm just waiting for it to pop off. When does it pop off? When is shit going to get crazy? Who knows? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. While we're waiting for the inevitable second Civil War starting in the state of Virginia, I guess we can take a moment to talk about DSP and his apparent financial troubles. I don't know how he managed this. I'm actually somewhat stunned by it because people are circulating court documents because I don't even know who the fuck looked it up, but apparently his condo is getting repossessed, saying that he owes $100,000. Now, what shocked me about this was the initial amount on the condo was $128,000. And after 9 years, he owes like $100,000. So in the span of a decade, he only spent $28,000 paying the mortgage on his condo. That's a little bit itty bitty, really, isn't it? It's not a lot of money. If he's spending $1,000 a month on that, there wouldn't be a mortgage left. Was he sending him a check for like $20? Like, hey, here you go. Tell you what, I'm going to make you one of my Twitch members. Okay, you're going to get special emotes when you watch me play video games. Now, some people think this means he's down and out, but we all know DSP has the luck of Satan himself. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Maybe the fucking bank is going to get swallowed up by an earthquake. Maybe he's going to get a $1 billion lottery ticket. Maybe the city's going to award him a house for free based on his 10-year legacy of Let's Playing. I don't fucking know. But somehow he's going to get out of it. Somehow, with the luck of the devil, this man is going to overcome this adversity. Because DSP is no mortal. He is a god who somehow found a way to walk through the fire unscathed. Simply fascinating and amazing to me. 3 things are imminent. Somebody's saying in chat. Death, taxes, and DSP. Oh, that is very true. Oh, I'm sorry. I fucked it up. I said 10-year legacy. Somebody said, no, Jim. It's an 11-year legacy. I need to get that right. I can't fuck up the amount of a legacy that this man is dealing with. What am I doing? It's fucking shameful. Ack. Yeah, very true. What are your thoughts on reptile culture? I didn't know reptiles had a culture. What reptiles are we talking about? I'm thinking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles now. But that must be the boomer in me. You hip kids don't watch that shit no more. What do the Zoomers watch? I'm trying to think of what shows you guys have. I don't know. Are there Zoomer reptiles? Am I out of the loop here? What would a Zoomer version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles even be like? Aside from awful. Aside from just awful, I don't know what they'd be like. This is how you don't pay off your condo loan? Good choice. It's a good choice. Are you asking me what I think of lizard people? Listen. I think we all know David Icke. Is that the right one? Am I thinking of the right one? He knows what's up. They're out there, wearing their human suits, trying to fool us, trying to lull us into a false sense of security. That's why they infuse our food with soy and all the chemicals in our plastic bottles make us grow tits and want to be women. They're trying to weaken us so they can harvest us like food. That's the reptilian plan. That's what they're up to. From Paul Lynch, Dace Vault Jim, forecast that gravy. From Chemtrail Mix, holy smokes, Jimbo. Where can we watch your streams if your YouTube gets nuked? Also, did you hear about that Korean pop star who got convicted of gang rape and showing his pals amateur porn he filmed? Wild stuff. No, I haven't. But I have noticed a weird trend that's going on where it seems like every little white girl on Twitter is in love with K-pop bands. And it makes me think if Elliot Rodger had just calmed the fuck down and waited 5 years, he'd now have a chance because all the little white girls want Hapa boyfriends and Korean boyfriends. From Stratus Radio Blues, fan from your IA days, are you going to share your thoughts on the latest Game Awards? If you were watching Hitomi Tanaka instead, I understand. I did watch the Game Awards. They were fucking horrifically disappointing. The Xbox Series X looks like somebody's fucking modem router combination. It doesn't look like a game console. It looks like something Comcast sends you in the mail. I'm not sure exactly what the design aesthetic behind it was. Other than a mini fridge. It's a weird reveal just to show artist rendition of a potential look at what the console might be. But I guess they're desperate to beat Sony out to market. But aside from that, the Game Awards were really just boring as fuck. Not a lot of great reveals and just kind of a wasted 2 hours. I was expecting something really great and got nothing. From Trump Nation, come back to Bitwave, Meave. From Cayman Common, press F for all of Walrus Guy's stuff. 113657, thought you were dead, Jim. Enjoy your $2, Susan. Big Woke, rip Goku Naru's death of H3. From Soggy Love, how long until YouTube starts removing videos talking about Virginia? Well, they did remove, there was a policy in place where if you brought up the whistleblower's name from the Ukraine incident and the impeachment, if you said his name or wrote his name in the description or a comment, YouTube would remove it. So if something happened in Virginia and the National Guard came in and started doing stuff, I would absolutely not be surprised that YouTube would pull it down. Now you have alternatives, BitChute, DLive, LiveLeaks, WorldStar Hip Hop. I'm sure wouldn't give a shit and let you put it up there. But I could see YouTube taking that down. From Reed, Susan needs to go. She's only brought misery to the degenerate platform. Mainstream media already dislikes YouTube anyway. Why bother catering to those swine? Again, I think it has to do with outside deals that aren't centered on YouTube. I don't know what they are. Or potentially making YouTube into some internet version of cable TV. From Synac8, so how long till the banks pull out of BitChute? Well, BitChute did go through something where somebody did pull funding from them. I can't remember what it was. It was when everybody else was getting hit. But alternatives pop up. You've got stuff like Subscribestar, New Project, and I think they do a lot of cryptocurrency stuff. So I don't think they're really sitting in a bad position. They've got all those Link millionaires driving their Lambos that are going to be able to fund that shit until the future. Because we all know the price of Link. What is the price of Link right now? It's under $2, isn't it? Didn't it just recently plummet? Let me go take a look. It's $1.88. Oh, the despair sets in. And Bitcoin's sitting at $68.69. Yikes. Meximan and Cheese. Senk didn't buy Senk Uyghur for Congress.com, but I did. Can we get a round of applause, folks, for Meximan and Cheese buying Senk Uyghur for Congress.com? Nicely done. What pictures are you going to put up there? Are you going to put up images of the Armenian genocide? Oh, it's going to be like an Armenian genocide fact-checking website where Anna Kasparian pops up in the corner to tell you that it didn't happen? This image is doctored. Nobody died. Like a slideshow thing, oh, that would piss Sync off something awful. Shadow of Colossus 103, will people go Nassim on the YouTube HQ again? I doubt it. I think Nassim was their own unique individual. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, to be honest with you. Viking Insane Chunk Yogurt belongs in the fridge, not in Congress. JC Gaming Google Stadia was co-founded by Sean Murray. The Orange Cow. The whole thing with not sending people their money sounds like massive fraud lawsuit waiting to happen. You know, my concern about that and what I was curious was if Google and YouTube take the money, right? So I'm not even talking about advertising revenue. I'm talking about super chats. Super chats as defined in their terms of service is a payment from you to the creator. And Google is merely the middleman. So if they're taking that money that you're paying for the sole purpose of financially supporting your creator that you're watching, and then they don't send that money to the creator, well, the money has to go somewhere. It doesn't just fucking vanish. So it's being put into some bank account somewhere and accruing interest. So what happens to the interest? Did they get to keep it? I mean, if you demonetize tons of channels and all the ad revenue and all the super chat revenue, and they've got the sticker shit now and the membership stuff now, I mean, it just sits in one big pile and they don't do anything with it. It's really weird. And from Permafrost, give Mersh his shekels, Susan. It is ridiculous that they've been waiting 6 months to get money that they should have been paid. I'm pretty sure it was back in what? It was back in May or June. It was a long time ago. Same with Sinatra Says. A bunch of people got fucked by that. I'm not sure how they can get away with it. It's really bizarre. Oh, sorry, let me. Throat's a little sore. I know what the perfect solution is. A nice cigarette. Oh, and actually, let me just say this for the record. I better get this out here before I forget. This live stream is not intended for children. So little Timmy, if you're under the age of 18, you need to turn this off and go away. I don't want the big bad FTC man fucking me in the ass for $42,000 because he wanted to watch a weather report at 1 in the morning. Not intended for the children. I need to come up with a graphic for that. Something that pops up on stream and says, go away. Go away if you're a child. Maybe I'll flash a picture of Nick Bates. That should scare the children away. One look at those teeth and they'll be running for the fucking hills. From Cable Time Jim, do you think H3H3 talked to Susan about taking Goku Naru's video down? That one I'm out of the loop on. Well, no, I think I vaguely know what you're talking about. Okay, did Goku Naru, was that a guy who had a video making fun of H3H3? Because if that's the case, it's not even that H3H3 would have gotten involved to take a video down. It's more that YouTube is taking videos down of anybody making fun of anybody else. Right now, it seems to be even big creators making fun of big creators, but eventually it's going to filter its way down to smaller and smaller channels. Oogie Boogie, Jim, what's the weather? Man, my voice. Jim, what's the weather like through Wyoming right now? Well, it's a bit nipply outside. From Penn Ice, how's the heating bill in your Minnesotan igloo? Well, it is an Arctic hellscape up here. We usually keep warm by burning the piles of money that Susan sent as an apology for holding my money when it wasn't hers. And I look forward to being kept warm all winter, don't I, Susan? From Pescator, if you want to see the newest Google horror show, check out The Verge, new video interview with a corporate Google moderator. I think I saw some of that already. Was that the one where they're crying about the terrible content they had to deal with? You know, they do the same shit at Facebook. They outsource that to contractors. They outsource terrible shit to contractors and make them go through vile stuff like animal abuse, people, caving in fucking kittens' heads with sledgehammers. And they make them sit in a room and watch that shit all day and choose if it should stay on the platform or not. And then after these people burn out, they throw them out of the company with no benefits and really no severance. Facebook is fucking brutal about it. Some grumpy goat. Welcome back, Jim. Double A, I think Susan is going the ooey bowl way of making money. Take something and run it into the ground and still profit at everyone else's expense. It is very potentially, I'm going to say that's might be what she's going for. I don't know. She's probably got a golden parachute, so what does she care if it crashes and burns? She can jump out with $1 million severance. Or $1 million, I'm sorry, like a $30 million severance. Can we have an art contest with people drawing Susan apologizing to Jim? I would pay good money to see that on the next stream. Well, this was a secret weather stream. I didn't really announce it. So usually, we're sitting, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, it's a good idea. Fuck it. We'll do it. Let's do a How Will Susan Apologize art stream. or art stream, art contest. Let me turn that volume down in the background. If you're an artist and would like to participate, the rules are fairly simple. Simply draw a picture of Susan, the CEO of YouTube, apologizing to me for taking my motherfucking money. We'll have 3 winners, and I don't know, just I'll send you a game on Steam or whatever. Let the audience choose who they think's the most entertaining. How's that sound? And we'll set the deadline for December 31st. Oh boy, way to start the new year with a new video game, because you drew Susan getting drunk off wine boxes, sobbing as she apologizes for taking my motherfucking money. From Minute World, when is BitChute getting streaming support in 1080p? I know they're doing a fundraising drive right now to help, I guess, get people to work on infrastructure. And programming. I don't know. My guess is they're gonna probably refine the search function and fix the UI, and then the next step will be a higher resolution on videos, and then the final step will be streaming. And hopefully they have that ready for the presidential debates and election and all that shit, because that would be a great time to have it up and running. But you can ask them. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter. It's just with the impeachment thing and the talk of National Guard going in to confiscate guns and the economy, it kind of, there's a lot of weird shit that could happen. I'm not going to make any grand predictions. All I'd say is, maybe have your own little victory garden planted in your yard. Have a couple fishing poles, maybe a bow and arrow and a hunting rifle, just so you can be self-sustained. A little barrel to collect rainwater, so shit hits a fan, you're sitting pretty. Prepare for the worst, I guess. But no predictions, I'm sorry. From Prussian Wanderer, here's some shekels for my wage slave paycheck. You by far the most entertaining weatherman I've watched. Be my light in the darkest hour. Well, hopefully my sultry voice can carry you through your shift in your wagey cagey. I hear Amazon is outsourcing those now to every business. In the future, in another few years, we're all going to be forced to sit in a metallic cage to protect us from any dangers in the workplace and keep us locked in. We'll need a special code. A special code to enter to leave our wagey cagey to be able to go take a tinkle in the bathroom. What a glorious future awaits us. Thank you so much, modern world. Oh, I want to live in a pod and eat bugs. I want to work in a wagey cagey. I want to eat sewage. So what is it? Sewage hamburgers? Is that what they're working on? Just talk about the most. No wonder they're pumping everybody full of antidepressants. Look at the shit we're talking about. You know what? I think it's the fucking pharmaceutical industry is the one behind it all. Hear me out on this. You need to create a problem so you can offer a solution. And that solution you're offering, you're charging a premium for. So the pharmaceutical industry sits back and thinks, how can we make people so depressed they buy our antidepressant medications? I know. Let's make them eat bugs, work in a cage, and live in a pod. They'll be so desperate and full of deep, dark despair that they'll totally buy up all our fucking, I don't know any brand names, but you get the point. I've uncovered a mystery. Hopefully a barbell doesn't fall on me. Your weatherman here reporting the truth, trying to get it out to the world. Lord Rap of Rap Mountain, DSP fell into the beginner's financial trap. Is the beginner's financial trap include leasing a BMW, owning a house, and owning a condo? Because I don't know, that might be more of a, that's a little less than a beginner's financial trap. That's a dumb motherfucker financial trap. That's overextending yourself to a ridiculous amount. Who leases a BMW? Why would you ever do that? Just go buy a shit kicker. Go buy some used fucking Toyota with 200,000 miles on it, because those fucking Jap cars last until eternity ends. And drive that fucking shit bucket around instead of paying $800 on your leased BMW. Well, there you go. I mean, you already have people talking about drawing. Virginia National Guard actually tweeted out a response to Democrats saying they were going to have them confiscate guns, and basically said, "We're not involved in this. This is not our decision. We don't know what's going on." But I'm not surprised. I mean, the sheriffs I believe it's happening in Washington too. There are multiple counties where sheriffs are refusing to do it over there. I don't know. It feels like things are out of control. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, I'm not just a weatherman. I'm also an aspiring filmmaker. Let me tell you my brilliant idea. We all know, for 100% actual factual truth, the Holocaust happened. 6 million innocent people died in the Holocaust. The poor Jews were persecuted by those evil Nazis. But I'm sick of this whitewashed version of the Holocaust that we get. They're scared to tell the real story. And my plan, my future endeavors, is to make a 100% accurate Holocaust film using source material from historical documents. People need to know about the Holocausters, the masturbation machines, and the Nazi games of toddler kickball played in soccer stadiums. It's my dream to make a more factual, I'm going to call it Schindler's List 2, and I'm going to make a GoFundMe for it. This is a story that needs to be told. Thousands of Jews were masturbated to death during the Holocaust, and people need to know. Put that shit on a resume. I'm going to Hollywood. I see chat going through really fast. Are you agreeing with me that this is a story that needs to be told, chat? I think it does. I think it does. Listen, we can't let these fucking Nazis get away with this. The world needs to know the truth of what they did. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but there is a historical recounting of Nazis filling up a football stadium full of Jews and then taking toddlers onto the football field and playing kickball with them. I want to put that into film. People need to see it. The masturbation machines can no longer remain a hidden dark secret of World War II. People need to understand that this sort of inhumane torture really took place. From Sus, can I seriously buy you dinner in Cottage Grove? Are you asking me on a date? I'm very shy. I'm so shy. From Meximan and Cheese, SaintUgerforCongress.com is up, Jim. Well, apparently somebody owns SaintUgerforCongress.com and it's up and running. Best of luck with it, and I hope it makes Sank furious. All right, chat. Well, thank you for coming out to my little secret weather stream. This is more of a one-off. I didn't really have anything super prepared. I will do the art thing. If anybody seriously wants to do the art thing, send your art submissions to Mr. Anti-Bully, and I'll do like a New Year's stream. I'll do like a fun little New Year's stream. I'm not sure what we'll talk about. I'll have a fun topic. As far as the David Stay stream goes, I'll work on getting that set up. New videos will go up on BitChute. As for YouTube, what videos will go over here, I really don't know yet. Maybe manga stuff. I'll let my inner weeb out. Who knows? But there'll still be live streams and stuff like that. It is late in the morning. I'm sure you have work and college and other things to get to. So I will not keep you too long. I should play it out on the Weatherman song again. I cannot fucking believe there's a song about weathermen. It's got a nice snazzy little beat to it. New Year's stream? Yes, chat, I will do a New Year's stream. I will do a New Year's stream, and we'll make it fun. Maybe you know what? Maybe I'll even do I'll call it a lonely fuck Christmas stream. How would you like that? I'll call it Jim's Lonely Fucks Christmas stream, where all the sad motherfuckers that don't have families gatherings to attend could just turn the stream on. I'll have like a little fireplace video playing. I'll play little Christmas music, and we can all it'll be our little internet Christmas dinner together. All the lonely fucks out there. On top of the New Year's stream. I don't know. Either way, have a good day. Hope work treats you well. Hope school treats you well. Hope your week goes well.